This video is going to walk you through the drive to Alta Lakes. This is just outside of Telluride. It's a great, easy green trail to do with a stock 4x4 vehicle. This is the Charles Wells guide for Colorado four-wheel drive trails. You can also get information about this area from the Telluride Visitor Center area or Ouray. Both of them will have information. This actually is going through Ophir Pass and then coming up and doing Alta Lakes. This Ophir Pass goes from Highway 145, which is the one over by Telluride, and it connects you to Highway 550, also known as the $1 Million Highway. This stretch though is more moderate, and there's a stretch right here where you're going along the mountainside, which you can see right here, and there's just this little road that goes on this long stretch on the side of the mountain. So this is a bit more moderate. You can definitely do it with a stock SUV, but just so you know that you have these heights and this little ledge if you're going to do this. In the video I'm about to show you, we're just doing this green trail up County Road 64F, and then that will get you up into the ghost town of Alta. And then if you continue up that, it gets a little bit more moderate because it's a bit more rocky, but you can come up here and actually get to the Alta Lakes. And at that point the road ends and there's really nowhere to go but to take this back down. So I'm just going to show you this little stretch. It's a really nice option if you just want a green, easy thing that a stock SUV vehicle can do. So let's get on with the video. I'll put a link in the show notes below for this book. It's definitely a great book to have if you're coming to Colorado and you want to do some off-roading. So from Telluride, you're going to head back out to Highway 145 and you're taking it south. You probably go south for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and keep an eye out for County Road 64F. You're also going to see a sign that tells you Alta Lakes Road. So this road goes about 4 miles to get up to the point of the lakes. They do have dispersed camping here, so tent camping that is free. Or I guess if you had like an overlanding vehicle, you could get up here, but your RVs are not getting up here, especially anything over 20 feet in length. And you do need some ground clearance and four-wheel drive. The main road is not really that bad. It's pretty well groomed and pretty flat, you can see here. But there are some points where you're kind of going through some rivers, and it does get a bit more rocky, and definitely as you head up north and go all the way to the lakes, then you're getting into some bigger rocks and ledges. This is National Forest, so you don't need to pay for any sort of access pass or anything else to get into this area. You don't even need to pay for camping. If you're coming into this area to camp, you just can only stay here for 7 days. About 3 miles into the drive, you get to the ghost town of Alta. Alta used to be a bustling mining town. It was here from about the late 1800s till 1948, and then there was a fire that destroyed the mine that was in this area. That large building that you're seeing, and we'll look at another close-up, is actually the building where Nicola Tesla and some of his colleagues made the first industrial alternating current that was used to power the town below. You cannot enter the building because it's not usually safe to enter any of these old buildings, but you can see it from outside and take some great pictures. And you can come up here and walk around the area, and there's a bunch more cabins and other fixtures and structures that you can't come all the way up to, but you can see from a distance and kind of get a feel for this old mine town. This building is where Nicola Tesla and his co-workers first made industrial alternating current electricity. This is up in the ghost town of Alta. This is the fantastic view up here. You need a good four-wheel drive vehicle with some ground clearance. We're gonna keep climbing and see how far we can go. We decided to hike around a bit before we continued our drive up. Be sure that you have proper hiking shoes and everyone's up to date on their tetanus shots, because the thing about these old mining towns is there's plenty of old nails and stuff like that all sitting around, and everything is really rusted out. As you continue up the road, you pass through a small stream that you need to drive through.
Come on, girls. Isn't that cool?
And then we made it up to the lakes. There's a couple of lakes that are up here. The girls wanted to dip their feet in, and it was mighty cold, but it was kind of nice after doing some hiking. There's a lot of bugs up in this area too, so if you are camping here, just be prepared for bugs. You head back out of this trail the same way that you came in, and so we stopped to look at some of the other old mining town remnants that were around. Round trip, it'll probably just take you a few hours. We ended up coming into the trail about 3:30 and we're heading out now here about 6 p.m. This is in mid-September. So I hope this video helped you see why Alta Lakes would be an easy spot for you to add to your list if you're visiting the Telluride area. I hope it was useful to you. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. You can follow us for more RV travel, campground, jeeping, all sorts of fun information. And you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at RV Homeschool. Thanks so much for watching.